Hey TCS TV viewers, it's Dave from the camera store, and no, this is not my latest cell phone for old tired eyes. This is the Yolobox Pro. If you're online at all these days, you're going to see people live streaming everywhere, and it's always been a lot of fun to really take people along with you, but there's always been limitations when it comes to hardware. You have to be hardwired into your home computer, for instance. Nowadays, we have a lot more options, including the Yolobox. What Yolobox allows you to do is take any HDMI source and stream it anywhere you have cell phone service. This is fantastic because it allows you to take it anywhere and not have to worry about hardwiring into any other systems or other devices. Think about all the possibilities. If you're covering a wedding, for instance, and you want to stream it to all your friends, I can do that now very easily. Or if I want to broadcast my kids' sporting events, I have the option to do that as well. Now, the problem comes with the Yolobox Mini that it's limited to a single HDMI source. Now, it's pretty cool, but what if I want to really step up my game? This is the Yolobox Pro, and inside this box you'll find one of these, and it looks like a giant cell phone. However, it's a big step up from the Yolobox Mini because it allows 3 separate HDMI inputs. That means I can have 3 separate sources going into it. So multiple cameras, very cool, or different video sources. Having the ability to put 3 separate HDMI inputs into this really allows me to step up my game because I can have 3 different viewpoints, for instance, an overhead shot, a face shot, a tight shot, loose shot, whatever you want to put together, or stream another HDMI source into your broadcast. Now, in our previous review of the Yolobox Mini, I found myself primarily on the other side of the Yolobox where everybody else was operating it. So today I'm going to set it up myself and just see how easy it is. Drew's giving me a bunch of cables, we have a couple cameras, I'm going to set it up, and Drew's going to talk you through some of the more technical side of things when it comes to this Yolobox Pro.
So while Dave is over there setting up the Yolobox for the first time, we're going to do exactly as he says and go through some of the more technical features of this unit, starting of course with the 3 HDMI inputs. We have tested them with computers, multiple cameras, HDMI transmitters, pretty much everything, and we haven't really found any real limitations. Additionally, the USB-A input is powered, so in theory you can actually have up to 4 cameras, with one of them being a webcam, although there is some frame rate issues with the webcams themselves that I find right now, so maybe keep it to 3 cameras for the time being.
Hey, this does picture-in-picture.
Yes, it does. Picture-in-picture, as well as a full graphical suite available to you, and it's controlled by the 8-inch touchscreen display.
Hey, it's got scoreboard.
Yes, it does. Scoreboard, countdown timers, pretty much everything, and they're all controlled and modifiable by the touchscreen itself. It's very easy and pretty responsive, honestly, in the way that I found it. You also have independent audio controls on there for the 2 3.5mm inputs, allowing for both a mic and a line input, as well as a headphone jack for monitoring the multiple audio inputs. And you can pull audio off of your HDMI sources as well. So you can have a lot of signals and a lot of audio sources coming into this device. You also have Cat 6 direct connections, 2 USB-C inputs. One of them is specifically for power and does work with battery banks. The other one is, interestingly, a webcam out. This is one of those exclusive features on the Pro that you don't really find on the Mini. So you can use this as an independent switcher and send the program signal out to another source. So if you need something with more processing power, you're going to a different input, you have a different encoding sequence, just anything, you can take that USB-C, plug it into something else, and send the program signal out there.
Hey Drew, how's the battery life?
Long enough for you to play around with it, and long enough for pretty much most live streams. While we have been plugging it into USB banks most of the time, it's advertised for 2 to 4 hours of battery life, and I honestly believe it. We took it out into the plains at -15 with Neil Zeller, and we didn't even drop below 90% after blowing through a full battery bank. So the battery is very robust, and the unit itself held up very well, even in the -15-degree weather. We did put a sleeve over top of it, and the unit itself is not rated or weather sealed.
Can we input graphics onto this?
Yes, you can, through the SD card slot at the bottom. Right beside that is also a SIM card slot.
Got it, I see it.
Yeah, so you can put a SIM card directly into this device and get the cellular connection direct off of there. Now, here's where this device does have a few limitations. The weakest part of any live stream is, of course, your internet connection. And we have definitely gotten the best results when we have either had a hard line connection through the Cat 6 or SIM card plugged directly into it. You can use this with Wi-Fi connectivity, so you can tether your phone wirelessly if for some reason you can't get the SIM card out or something like that. However, the results that we've gotten when doing that have been a little bit of lower quality. Definitely has something to do with the variable bit rate that this device generally does use, although you can fix the bit rate, but it does require a much more robust connection. So if that's your plan, make sure to get out there and test the network in the area that you're going to be streaming from.
Well, this actually has green screen too.
Yeah, it has a laundry list of different features that we would be here all day talking about if we were to try and go through all of them. Honestly, this is just an incredibly feature-rich system that allows you to really easily get multiple cameras out of the studio and into the field anywhere that you have a reliable cell phone network. So if you've already been considering getting something like the Yolobox or the Yolobox Mini, a few extra dollars gets you a bigger screen, more processing power, and a host of extra features that is just really going to step up the overall production value of any streamer recording that you're doing out in the field.
So I was able to do it. It's not difficult whatsoever. The fact that the Yolobox has made this device so easy to work with is fantastic. The ability to put overlays and graphics and really customize it and keep score and put countdown timers and all kinds of stuff really steps up your game, and it really gives that nice appearance. I mean, I can see so many parents wanting to use this for high school football games and soccer games where they can stream it live to everybody who can't make the game but want to know what the score is, and rather than having to call and text and everything else. Not only really easy to set up. In fact, for me, actually the toughest part of setting things up is making sure you have your passwords correct for your different streaming channels. I can really see how Yolobox has found a really cool niche to add to most people's bags. It really allows you to take people with you wherever you go in the world. As long as you have cell phone service, you have the ability to do this. I also appreciate that the Yolobox Pro gives you the ability just to record separately. So if you want to do a broadcast later on, you can use the Yolobox just as a switcher between multiple cameras and then upload that later on. All in all, Yolobox has built a very cool product that's very easy to work with, and I think it's going to find its way into more and more people's kit all the time as something that you can carry with you and stream if you want to stream, or record if you want to stream multiple inputs. It's great to have a production studio on the fly. I, of course, want to know what you guys think of the Yolobox lineup. Is it as easy to use as I think it is to work with? Is there features that you'd like to see added to the lineup? And how are you using your Yolobox? Make sure you leave comments down below. Follow us both on Instagram, and please subscribe, hit the notification bell, and we'll catch you again next time. Hey, thanks for checking out this episode. If you want to check out more of our recent content, click up here. And if you're Canadian and you want to support local, check out thecamerastore.com down here.